Okay, Kimberly. Actually, it's a short story, but it's not too bad. It's a significant event, and I like it. But I would start off a little bit differently. You don't have a hook. The time when I had to move. I know that's the title. It says my family and I were all watching a soccer game. So exciting! All of our family members came. I wouldn't start there. I would actually start where your mom says um, uh, something like, I'm sorry to tell you, we have to move. That would be a hook. That would be a quote. It would be a method that we learned. It would be a quote, and then I'd want to read about you having to move. And then you could go into that was a terrible day. My whole family was there. We were having a great time. We were watching a soccer game. And when my mom told me that, my heart dropped. I was going to miss all my friends and teachers and even my neighbors. Um, and then when you say that, so you reframe that and put I would put the dialogue of your mom telling you had to move first. That would be a better hook. And then this one, I told my mom I didn't want to move and why we were moving. That's indirect dialogue. I want you to make it a new paragraph, kind of like it is, but I want you to say, I don't want to move, Mom. Why do we have to move? Put it in an actual dialogue, put quotes around it and punctuate it correctly, okay? Direct dialogue is definitely stronger than indirect dialogue, okay? And then, well, there's no going. Well, I already paid for the house, so there's no going back. So I'll make that all part of the dialogue there, okay? She said, or my mom said. So put that what she said at the end of the dialogue. Also, I want you to notice how you punctuated this. Remember, every new dialogue is in the right place. See this dialogue right here that we have. See this little period right here at the end? That period needs to go inside the quotes, okay? It's going to go inside the quotes or inside the dialogue marks. So I want you to work on your dialogue here, okay? This is your response. It should tell me, you colored it red, so it should tell me how you think and how you feel, okay? I was sad. I didn't want to leave. The next morning I went to school and hadn't told my friends yet. When I got home, my mother told me I could go to the same school but live somewhere else. Okay, this is part of the incident. I was so happy. I couldn't express it. That's definitely how you feel. Okay, so that's okay. My heart was pumping so fast. I was so happy to stay. Okay, my heart was pumping so fast. Why don't you try making a simile here? My heart was pumping as fast as. Okay, that would be a great place to put some figurative language and so your paper was stronger in that area. Okay, and then it says, when we started moving, I saw how the house looked. I thought to myself, maybe this, okay. I decided, instead of saying I thought to myself, just say, I decided it wasn't going to be so bad after all. We had more room. It was cozy. We had an electrical fireplace. Okay. So that, reword this. I like the reflection, and the things that you had and why it wouldn't be so bad. So that's pretty good. When we started living there, there is spelled wrong. This is the possessive there, like their bike or their car. So spell it There. I started getting used to it. I knew now, the one thing I learned from this, and put it this way, the one thing I learned from this incident is to not judge things before they happen, or not make assumptions, or to give things a chance, or just because something is new, it doesn't mean it's going to be bad. Okay, to look forward to the unknown. Okay, any of those things are how they change your outlook on life. Just reword that. I like what you're saying, and I know what you're saying, but it's not quite worded correctly. Actually, you have a solid response. You have a solid reflection. Just to reword a little bit, and your incident is significant. So I think it's a really good start. Put that figurative language in where I asked you to put it in. Fix your dialogue and read it to yourself to try to word it more naturally. Okay, pretty good. Good luck on your rewrite.